Have you ever seen a photograph, a single stunning image that completely rewired your brain? A place so beautiful, so alien, so profoundly perfect that you just have to know, is it even real? What if I told you that our planet is hiding dozens of these places? Secret gardens, lost cities, and natural wonders that look like they've been ripped straight from the pages of a fantasy novel. Secret gardens, lost cities, and natural wonders. And today we're going to count them down. Welcome to my channel. I'm your guide, and we're about to embark on the ultimate bucket list journey. We're counting down the 50 most beautiful places in the world. From the iconic landmarks you've always dreamed of, to the hidden gems you've probably never even heard of. Trust me, you're gonna want to see this whole list, because by the time we get to number 1, your travel plans for the next decade are going to be completely ruined. In the best way possible. Now, creating a list like this is almost impossible. Beauty is subjective. But we've based this on a mix of sheer natural grandeur, unique geological wonder, cultural significance, and that undeniable jaw-dropping wow factor. These are the places that define the word breathtaking. Let's start our global adventure. 50. Plitvice Lakes National Park, Croatia. We begin in the heart of Croatia. Imagine a series of 16 terraced lakes, all connected by a network of waterfalls that flow over stunning travertine limestone formations. The water is so clear you can see every detail on the bottom, and it shifts in color from azure blue to emerald green, depending on the minerals and the angle of the sun. It's like walking through a living, breathing fairy tale. 49. Halong Bay, Vietnam. Next, we sail into a scene of pure myth. In northeastern Vietnam, thousands of towering limestone pillars, topped with rainforests, jut out of the jade-green waters of the Gulf of Tonkin. Legend says a family of dragons descended to help defend the land, and they spat out jewels that became these islands. Sailing through the misty bay feels like navigating a dreamscape. 48. Antelope Canyon, Arizona. You say this is not a canyon carved just by water, but by flash floods. Located on Navajo land in Arizona, Antelope Canyon is a slot canyon so narrow and so sculpted that sunlight filtering down from above creates these otherworldly light beams and flowing patterns on the walls. It's a photographer's paradise and feels more like a cathedral built by nature itself. 47. Salar de Uyuni, Bolivia. Prepare to have your sense of reality completely warped. This is the world's largest salt flat, over 4,000 square miles of blinding white salt. But after a rain, a thin layer of water transforms the entire landscape into the world's largest natural mirror, perfectly reflecting the sky. It creates an illusion of infinity where the horizon simply disappears. Absolutely mind-bending. 46. Pamukkale, Turkey. The name means cotton castle, and you'll see why. In western Turkey, hot springs rich in minerals have cascaded down this mountainside for millennia, leaving behind these stunning, bright white terraces of travertine. The thermal waters fill pools that you can actually bathe in, overlooking the valley below. It's a surreal combination of natural wonder and ancient history. 45. The Danakil Depression, Ethiopia. If you want to feel like you've landed on Mars, this is the place. One of the hottest, lowest, and most inhospitable places on Earth. But that harshness creates unbelievable beauty. We're talking neon yellow sulfur fields, bubbling lava lakes, giant salt flats, and acidic pools in shades of green and orange. 44. Lake Bled, Slovenia, straight out of a storybook. An emerald green lake surrounds a tiny picturesque island with a charming church. And guarding it all from a sheer cliffside is a medieval castle. You can ring the church bell for good luck, take a traditional Pletna boat to the island, or simply hike up to the castle for what might be one of the most perfect views in all of Europe. 43. The Great Blue Hole, Belize. Off the coast of Belize, this giant marine sinkhole is over 1,000 feet across and 400 feet deep. From the air, it's a perfect deep blue circle in the middle of a shallow coral reef. For divers, it's a pilgrimage site, a chance to descend into the abyss and see massive stalactites and limestone formations that were formed during the last ice age. A mysterious and powerful natural wonder. 42. Angel Falls, Venezuela, the highest uninterrupted waterfall on the planet. Water free falls for 3,012 feet from the top of a mystical flat-topped mountain called Ollantaytambo down into the jungles of Canaima National Park. Seeing it often involves a flight or a river journey, as it's so remote. The water sometimes evaporates into mist before it even reaches the bottom, creating an ethereal, almost spiritual scene. 41. The Dead Sea, Jordan, Israel. Sitting at the lowest point on Earth, this isn't a sea, it's a hypersaline lake. The salt content is so incredibly high that you can't sink. You just float. It's a bizarre and incredible sensation. The mineral-rich mud is famous for its therapeutic properties, and the surrounding desert landscape adds to the stark, unique beauty of this natural phenomenon. 40. The Norwegian fjords. Geiranger Fjord, Norway. Norway's fjords are the definition of dramatic. Sheer granite cliffs, some over a kilometer high, plunge into deep, silent, crystal-clear waters. Waterfalls ribbon down the cliffsides, and tiny, colorful farms cling to the mountainsides. It's a landscape carved by massive glaciers, and sailing through Geiranger Fjord or Nærøy Fjord feels like exploring a world of giants. 39. The Amalfi Coast, Italy. This is La Dolce Vita personified. A rugged coastline where picturesque towns like Positano, Amalfi and Ravello are literally glued to the cliffs, their pastel-colored buildings cascading down to the brilliant blue sea below. Driving the winding road, smelling the lemon groves, and stopping for a plate of fresh pasta is an experience that engages all your senses. 38. Banff National Park, Lake Louise, Canada. The Canadian Rockies are absurdly beautiful, and Lake Louise is their crown jewel. The water is a shade of turquoise you won't believe is natural. It comes from rock flour ground by ancient glaciers. Surrounded by towering, pine-covered mountains and backed by a massive glacier, it's a picture of pristine alpine perfection. And it's just one of countless stunning spots in Banff. 37. The Serengeti, Tanzania. This is the Africa of documentaries. A vast ecosystem that feels timeless. The sheer scale of the Serengeti is humbling. But the true magic is witnessing the Great Migration, where over 1 million wildebeest, zebras and gazelles thunder across the plains in a constant search for greener pastures. It's the greatest wildlife show on Earth. 36. Santorini, Greece. This island is the remnant of a massive volcanic eruption. The result? Sheer cliffs that drop into a sea-filled caldera, topped with sugar cube houses and blue dome churches. The views are legendary, the sunsets are arguably the best in the world, and the history is palpable. It's a place of breathtaking beauty and romantic allure. 35. The Grand Canyon, Arizona. You say no photograph can prepare you for the scale. It's a mile deep, up to 18 miles wide, and over 277 miles long. The layers of red rock tell a story 2 billion years in the making. Watching the light change and paint the canyon walls at sunrise or sunset is a humbling, almost spiritual experience that truly puts our place in the world into perspective. 34. Bora Bora, French Polynesia. The quintessential tropical paradise. A dormant volcano rises from the heart of an island, surrounded by a protected crystal-clear lagoon and a string of motus, small islands. The water is every shade of blue imaginable. It's the postcard image of luxury, romance, and untouched natural beauty. The Maldives. Speaking of paradise, the Maldives takes it to another level. This nation is literally made of over 1,000 coral islands scattered across the ocean. The contrast between the deep blue sea, The bright turquoise lagoons, the pure white sand, and the lush green palms is simply surreal. It's a place to disconnect and marvel at the fragile beauty of our planet.
32. Victoria Falls, Zambia, Zimbabwe. While Angel Falls is the highest, Victoria Falls is the largest, based on its combined width and height.
The local name Mocio Atunya means the smoke that thunders, and it's perfectly accurate. The power and spray are immense, creating rainbows and drenching anyone who gets close on the walking paths. It's a raw, powerful, and unforgettable display of nature's force.
31. The Great Barrier Reef, Australia. The only living thing on Earth visible from space.
This is the world's largest coral reef system, a complex, vibrant city under the sea. Snorkeling or diving here is like entering a different universe, one bursting with color and life. It's a critical ecosystem and a breathtakingly beautiful reminder of the wonders that exist beneath the waves.
30. Petra, Jordan, the rose-red city half as old as time.
This ancient Nabatean city is hidden in a desert canyon and accessed through a narrow, winding fissure in the rock. The walk builds anticipation until you finally see it, the magnificent treasury, intricately carved directly into the cliff face. It's an archaeological and architectural wonder that has to be seen to be believed. 29. Machu Picchu, Peru, the lost city of the Incas. This 15th century citadel, sitting at nearly 8,000 feet in the Andes, is one of the world's most mystical and awe-inspiring sights. Whether you hike the Inca Trail or take the train, arriving as the morning mist burns off to reveal the perfectly constructed stone buildings against a backdrop of jagged green peaks is a moment you will never, ever forget. 28. The Pyramids of Giza, Egypt, the last surviving wonder of the ancient world. Their age and scale are staggering, monumental tombs built with such precision that we still debate how it was done. Standing before them, you can feel the weight of thousands of years of history. They are a timeless, humbling testament to human ambition and ingenuity. 27. Taj Mahal, India, built by a Mughal emperor as a monument of love for his favorite wife. This is arguably the most beautiful building ever constructed. Its perfect symmetry, the intricate inlay work of semi-precious stones, the way its white marble changes color with the light of the sun and moon. It's a poetic masterpiece in stone. The story and the site combine to create something truly magical. 26. Cappadocia, Turkey. Landscape that looks like it's from another planet. Soft volcanic rock has been eroded into whimsical cones, pillars, and pinnacles, which ancient people carved into entire underground cities and homes. But the true magic happens at sunrise, when the sky fills with colorful hot air balloons, drifting silently over this surreal, dreamlike terrain. It's an absolute bucket list experience. 25. The Great Wall of China, an undeniable icon. Stretching for over 13,000 miles, it's not just a wall, it's a symbol of perseverance. Walking along its spine, seeing it disappear over mountain ridges into the horizon, is an awe-inspiring experience. The sheer human effort required to build it across such impossible terrain is almost beyond comprehension. 24. Kyoto, Arashiyama Bamboo Forest, Japan. For a different kind of beauty, we go to Kyoto. The Arashiyama Bamboo Grove is a place of serene, natural architecture. The towering green stalks create a mesmerizing, swaying canopy, and the sound of the wind rustling through them is like natural music. It's a peaceful, almost meditative experience that embodies the quiet, refined beauty of Japanese culture. 23. Venice, Italy. City that shouldn't exist but does and is utterly enchanting. Built on 118 small islands in a lagoon, there are no cars, just canals. Getting lost in its maze of alleyways, crossing tiny bridges, and hearing nothing but the water and Italian conversation is magical. It's a floating, decaying, beautiful masterpiece of art and architecture. 22. The Alhambra, Spain. Perched on a hill overlooking Granada, this palace and fortress complex is the pinnacle of Moorish architecture in Europe. The level of detail is insane. Endlessly complex geometric patterns, intricate stucco work, beautiful Arabic calligraphy, and serene courtyards with reflecting pools. It's a place of breathtaking artistic and mathematical beauty, 21. Angkor Wat, Cambodia, the largest religious monument in the world. This vast temple complex is a symbol of Cambodia and a stunning blend of spiritual devotion and architectural genius. Watching the sun rise behind its iconic silhouette is a pilgrimage for many. Exploring the nearby jungle temples, where massive tree roots strangle ancient stonework, feels like being an explorer discovering a lost world. 20. Iceland's landscapes. Iceland isn't a single place, it's a whole collection of most beautiful places on one island. It's called the land of fire and ice for a reason. You can walk on glaciers, stand behind powerful waterfalls, walk on black sand beaches, see geysers erupt, and bathe in geothermal hot springs, all in one day. It's a geologist's dream and an adventurer's playground. 19. Yosemite National Park, California, USA, the valley that inspired Ansel Adams and John Muir. Sheer granite giants like El Capitan and Half Dome dominate the skyline, some of the largest monoliths on the planet. In spring, waterfalls cascade down from the rim, some of the highest in North America. It's a cathedral of nature, a place of overwhelming scale and sublime beauty. 18. The Amazon rainforest, South America. The lungs of our planet. This is the largest tropical rainforest, a vast, complex and pulsating web of life. The sheer density of biodiversity is staggering. Being here is an immersive experience. The sounds, the smells, the humidity, the feeling of being surrounded by millions of life forms. It's a beautiful, humbling and critical ecosystem. 17. The Dalmatian Coast, Croatia. While the Amalfi Coast gets a lot of attention, Croatia's Dalmatian coast is its stunning rival. The jewel is Dubrovnik, the pearl of the Adriatic, a perfectly preserved medieval walled city. But beyond it are hundreds of incredible islands with crystal-clear water, secluded coves, and charming historic towns. It's a mix of rich history and pristine natural beauty. 16. Fiordland National Park, New Zealand. Often called the eighth wonder of the world by Rudyard Kipling, Milford Sound is the star of this incredible national park. Sheer rock faces rise vertically for thousands of feet from the dark water. It's even more dramatic in the rain, when hundreds of temporary waterfalls appear, cascading down into the sea. It's raw, moody, and profoundly majestic. 15. The Sahara Desert, North Africa. The world's largest hot desert, a sea of sand that seems to go on forever. The beauty here is in its stark simplicity and silence. Watching the colors of the dunes change from gold to deep orange to red at sunset is unforgettable. And at night, with no light pollution, the sky puts on the greatest star show you will ever see. 14. Galapagos Islands, Ecuador. This isolated archipelago is a living laboratory of evolution. The animals here have no natural fear of humans, allowing for incredibly intimate wildlife encounters. Seeing the unique and bizarre species that inspired Darwin, from blue-footed boobies to giant tortoises, in their pristine volcanic habitat is a privilege and a profound lesson in natural history. 13. Torres del Paine, Patagonia, Chile, the crown jewel of Chilean Patagonia. This national park is a hiker's paradise, featuring rugged mountains, bright blue icebergs carving from glaciers, golden pampas, and turquoise lakes. The iconic Cuernos Horns and Torres Towers are some of the most dramatic mountain peaks on the planet. It's wild, windy, and utterly spectacular. 12. The Lakes of Kashmir, India. Often called heaven on earth, the Kashmir Valley is a place of surreal beauty. Dal Lake and other smaller lakes are so calm that they act as perfect mirrors for the surrounding Himalayan peaks. Living on a historic houseboat and taking a shikara ride through the floating vegetable gardens is an experience of serene, almost unreal tranquility. 11. The Swiss Alps, Switzerland, the quintessential alpine fantasy. Impeccably clean air, emerald green valleys dotted with charming villages, and some of the most iconic and jagged mountain peaks in the world, like the Matterhorn. Whether you're hiking, taking a scenic train like the Glacier Express, or just enjoying the view, The Swiss Alps are a textbook example of majestic, pristine mountain beauty. 10. Jeju Island, South Korea. Volcanic island off the coast of Korea, designated as a UNESCO World Natural Heritage Site. It's got a little of everything. Dramatic volcanic cones and lava tubes, lush forests, stunning coastal cliffs, and beautiful botanical gardens. It's a unique and incredibly diverse landscape that feels worlds away from the mainland. 9. The Lake District, England. This is the landscape that inspired Wordsworth and the Romantic poets. It's not about dramatic, jagged peaks, but about a softer, more serene beauty. It's a harmonious blend of peaceful lakes, gentle rolling hills, stone bridges, and charming villages. It's a beauty that feels cozy, literary, and deeply peaceful. 8. The Fjords of New Zealand, South Island. While Norway's fjords are iconic, New Zealand's are wilder and more remote. Places like Doubtful Sound are less visited and feel even more primordial. The cliffs are steeper, the rainforest is denser, and the sense of isolation is profound. It's a place where you can truly feel the raw, untouched power of nature. 7. Socotra Island, Yemen. And here's the one I promised would shock you. This island is so isolated that a third of its plant life is found nowhere else on Earth. The dragon's blood trees look like something from a Dr. Seuss book. The whole landscape is alien, surreal, and feels like it's on another planet. It's one of the most biologically unique and visually startling places you will ever see. 6. The Namib Desert, Namibia, home to the world's oldest desert and some of the tallest sand dunes on Earth. The color of the sand is a deep, burnt orange-red, and the shapes of the dunes are sculpted by the wind into perfect, sharp curves. Climbing a dune at sunrise to see the shadows play across the desert is a truly magical experience of light and form. 5. Auroville, India, and Amp, the Coromandel Coast. This is a different kind of beauty, one of human intention and spiritual architecture. The Matrumanda, with its stunning gold discs and serene inner chamber, is one of the most beautiful modern structures in the world. Combined with the community's successful reforestation efforts and the beautiful quiet beaches of the Coromandel Coast, it creates a unique atmosphere of peace and purposeful beauty. 4. Rainbow Mountain, Vinicunca, Peru. For years, this mountain was hidden under ice. Only recently, with glacial melt, has its secret been revealed, a literal rainbow of colors streaking across its slopes. The result of different mineral deposits looks like a painting. The high-altitude hike to see it is tough, but the reward is a view that feels almost impossibly vibrant and beautiful. 3. The Arctic Anamp, Northern Lights, Aurora Borealis. This isn't a single place, but a phenomenon that can transform any place in the far north into the most beautiful place on Earth. Seeing the Northern Lights dance is a spiritual experience. These charged particles from the sun hitting our atmosphere create a silent celestial ballet of light in colors you can't even describe. It's the most awe-inspiring show nature has to offer. 2. Tunnel of Love, Klivan, Ukraine. This one is small but unbelievably perfect. A private railway track used by a woodworking factory has become a stunning natural phenomenon. The trees have grown over the tracks, creating a breathtakingly beautiful, symmetrical green tunnel. It's a place of pure, romantic, almost mythical beauty, showing that magic can be found in the most unexpected places. 1. Antarctica. And finally, the last wilderness. The bottom of the world. Antarctica is not just a place, it's an experience. It's the most pristine, raw, and powerful continent. The scale is incomprehensible. The silence is deafening. The beauty is absolute and unforgiving. It's a world of pure white, brilliant blue, and stark majesty. Being here feels like being on another planet, but it also feels like coming home, to a planet as it was meant to be seen, wild, untouched, and profoundly beautiful. It reminds you of the incredible power and fragility of our world. For its sheer, unmatched, otherworldly grandeur, Antarctica is number 1. So there they are. 50 places that prove our world is an astonishingly beautiful place. But this list is just a starting point. Beauty is everywhere. It's in a sunset over your local park. It's in the smell of rain on a hot street. It's in the smile of a stranger in a foreign land. The real goal isn't just to see these places. It's to carry that sense of wonder and appreciation with you everywhere you go. We are so lucky to call this planet home. But I want to hear from you. What place on this list took your breath away? And more importantly, what stunning place did we miss? Let me know in the comments below. I'm always looking for new inspiration for our next adventure. If you enjoyed this ultimate journey, do us a huge favor. Hit that like button. It really helps the channel. And if you haven't already, subscribe so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching.